Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is November 25th, 2014, and today is Tuesday. So looking at the markets today, let's start out with the economic calendars. Early this morning, we had some numbers coming out of Japan. Bank of Japan Governor Kuroda-san speaking. Later this morning, we have a German GDP number that should be already came out this morning. Bank of England later today at 12 p.m. Bank of England Governor Charney speaking. It'd be interesting to see the what that has effect on the GBP. As we know, the GBP against the U.S. dollar has taken a very big slide, and so maybe we'll see some sort of action in it today. Later today, USD numbers, consumer confidence, GDP numbers, and the like. So let's see if this is going to have some major impact on the markets. Starting out with the EURUSD, not much going on yesterday. We bounced about 30 pips, 40 pips yesterday. Not a big deal, but you know what? I'm not expecting a big deal from it until we see some sort of consolidation, as we see here on the downside, 123.70, and right now we're just hovering in the middle of that side. On the upside, 125. But this thing has been beaten up so much, so I'd really like to see some sort of a breakout in order to see some sort of buy on it. I'd probably buy the bottom of the range here of 123.70-ish level, just to see if maybe it could bounce. But otherwise, you see it's gone beaten up since last May. We're talking about just a 6 months reversal here. Looking at a monthly chart, just to show you the velocity of how quickly this retreated. It took from August of 2012 to May of 2014 to do this entire, to do this entire rally. So the fact that it's gone down so quickly, so fast, is reminiscent of stuff that happened in 2010 and 2008. So got to keep a really sharp eye on it. We are on major support here. I would say the real support is 122.56-ish level, 55 level, but we're hovering right there. So are we due for a bounce? Not necessarily. There's nothing to say that we can't go down below 120, which would be a very big support level that I think if we broke, then we could even see 110, 105. Okay, that's on the EURUSD. Looking at the GBPUSD, as we said before, it's been really beaten up over the past few months. Looking at a daily chart, just to give you a perspective, big retracement from 171 down to 156. So we are consolidating here. Looking at a weekly chart, hitting somewhat of a support level here, some previous resistance, as you can see here. So it might be a good opportunity to pick this up. On the long side, just have to be very careful where you pick it and put a stop loss, as always. And that's on the GBPUSD. The GBP Japanese yen has been very strong. If you're going to buy something, I would suggest buying the GBP Japanese yen. If it does go long, then we could see this taking out maybe 190. This has really done very well. Just to give you a perspective, it's still rallied. And what's the difference between the GBP Japanese yen versus the GBP USD is that the GBP Japanese yen hasn't retreated, as we saw with the USD versus the USD. So, between the two currencies, if I expect it to go up, continue going up, I would expect the GBP Japanese yen to be the more aggressive one on the long side, which is, this is where you filter and you learn how to filter different currencies to see what would be the greatest gain. So let's say you were long, you wanted to go long the GBP, so which one would you go long, the GBP Japanese yen or the GBP USD? So clearly from the graph you see that the GBP Japanese yen is much stronger against the yen than it is against the dollar. So if there is bullish sentiment that it's going to go higher, then I would take something that's showing me that something that is stronger. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone, because this is really a very pinnacle point. in trading. Okay, you're looking for the relative strength, and the relative strength between the GBPUSD versus the GBP Japanese yen would be the GBP Japanese yen. Okay, just looking at these graphs, you see here it's on the upside, here it's retracing, and we're talking about the GBP here. Okay, that's in terms of the GBP. Looking at the gold, just quickly, not much going on. Okay, it bounced a little bit yesterday, but looking overall, as we see, it's still, you know, being beaten up just below 1200 at 1197. Let's see if we can continue taking this up. I don't think we would. I think it's going to retrace a little bit down back to 1180. Might be a good place to short it a little bit just to make this short little run, because as I said before, looking at my favorite Dow Jones, okay, we're again inching higher, inching higher, inching higher. See, they don't give it to you. There's no retracement here. It's just a grind up. And this is probably the most hardest thing to trade, because it's like it goes a little bit, stops, goes a little bit, stops, goes a little bit, stops. Doesn't even retrace. You see, it's just flat lines for a little bit, and then takes it up higher. Like I said, I think we'll hit 18,000 before the end of the year. That's still my target, and I'm still bullish on the Dow Jones. May be able to get a little bit bearish after the new year, but we'll see. Just want to say good luck to everyone today on your trading. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading.